funny now, but you know, at the time when it was happening and like right after, it wasn't funny. Like, I was ready to fight. Me and my friend ready to fight. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing my first story time about the time that my Lyft driver finessed me out to cash and tried to run my friend over. I cannot make this up. Like, it's such a crazy story and it's so funny now, but at the time we were both heated. Like, we were both ready to find out where this man's mom lived and beat her up. Like, we was ready to beat up this man's granny. Like, we were that angry. Like, to be angry enough to want to beat up somebody's grandmother, they had to have really pissed you off. I remember this day, it was a Tuesday, because on Tuesdays and Thursdays I only had an 8 a.m. My class was from 8 to 9:20, and then I was free the rest of the day. So I remember this particular day I had to go to the beauty supply store because I wanted to get a new closure. I wanted to get a closure because I was doing my hair. So I remember my friend Bree, me and Bree met like the day after, 2 days after I moved in. We've been real close the whole semester, and I remember she was going through something personal on this day. So I'm like, well, I'm inviting my friend over because I don't want her to be sad by herself. So I'm like, okay. I hit her up. I'm like, you know, Bree, come over. I was like, I'm gonna be doing my hair, so come over or whatever. We can talk. You know, I'll help you take your mind off of it, and you can go to the beauty supply store with me so I can pick out this closure. And I remember she wanted to get some dye because Bree has purple hair, and so I was gonna dye her hair and redo it. So she's like, all right, cool, that's the bet. So Bree comes over around 1 o'clock after she got out of class, and so we're chilling until about 2. Around 2, I'm like, oh girl, we can't forget, like, we got to go to the beauty supply store. So Bree's like, oh yeah, because I got to get that dye. I go to school in Denton, Texas, and I don't have a car. So if I don't have a friend that's going to the beauty supply store, either I use Lyft or Uber. And everybody knows what Uber is, but Lyft is basically a cheaper version of Uber. I remember earlier that morning before I went to class, I had got an update from Lyft, and it was telling me how you are able to add destinations to your trips. So in this particular trip, I wanted it to pick me up, I wanted to go to the beauty supply store so I can get my closure, and then I wanted to come back to my dorm. So instead of paying for 2 trips, we only have to pay for 1. So it would have been $10 versus 7, which is great. Like, I'm all for saving money, alright. We requested Lyft. 5 minutes later, it said the Lyft was 5 minutes away, so we had 5 minutes to get from my room downstairs. My building is not that big. I live in one of the smaller dorms on campus, so it takes all of maybe not even a minute to get downstairs to where the Lyft would be picking us up. I remember the Lyft, you know when you get an Uber and it tells you you have a 5-minute gap, you know what I'm saying, until the Uber driver leaves you or the time starts. So I remember it said that your ride will be waiting for you until 2:23 p.m. Me and Bree got downstairs at 2:18 p.m. Alright, we were outside way before the Lyft driver was scheduled to leave us. Alright, so we're sitting at the pickup area, you know, we're just chatting, just waiting for them in to pick us up. And it tells you the type of car that you're gonna be picked up in, and it gives you a picture of your driver. So we know what this man looks like and we know what this man drives, but we don't know where he is. So around 2:20, we're still looking around, and the man is still nowhere to be found. So we're just like, okay. So I look on the GPS because it tells you where your driver is from the moment they select your driver, like assign your driver to you, to the moment you get dropped off, so you know exactly where he is or wherever he or she is. So I look and I see he's coming up, you know, pulling up into the parking lot from the back way. So I'm like, okay. So, you know, we're waiting, and we kind of stand out in the open to where he could see us. We're the only people outside. You know, it's kind of rainy this day, so nobody was outside. Nobody was really driving on the roads. It was just us outside. It was drizzling outside. And, you know, my friend's already upset, and I'm, you know, feeling bad because I don't like seeing my friend upset. So we're not in the best of moods. Like, we're both like, kind of like, you know, could have been better. But the whole point of the day was to just enjoy each other's company. So I'm waiting for, me and my friend are talking, and I see the driver kind of pull up. So like I said, we kind of scooted forward a little bit. Kind of, we were in the street, but not far in the street. Like, I lean forward, and you know, we're waiting. And as the man is driving by us, no lie, this is him. He's driving. He looks forward and keeps on driving, right? So like, Bree's from New Orleans, so you know they don't take nothing. So immediately she's like, oh no, he got me messed up. So we start, you know, we're following the car, like waving, like, hello, Mr. Driver, you're picking us up, like, take us to the beauty spot store. I need my closure. Bree needs her dye. He just keeps driving. He doesn't stop. So at this point, like, I'm panicking because I'm like, you know, where is he going? Like, what is he doing? And I'm like, okay, well, maybe he didn't see us. Maybe he's just not going to pick us up. I'll request another one. I look and it says, you know, it tells you you're en route. Like, so he accepted the pickup. I guess he said he picked us up, but he didn't. I'm dramatic. Like, me and Brie are both two different types of dramatic. So immediately Brie's like, oh no, he got us messed up. This man really trying to take our money. Like, are you serious? And then I'm like, I'm gonna call the police, right? So Brie's kind of looking at me like, what the police gonna do? But I have my mindset. I'm already down in, like, you know, Benton PD, UNTPD. I'm like, hello. So the lady answered. She was like, UNTPD, how may I help you? So immediately, first thing I said, there's a robbery in progress. I said, there's a robbery in progress. So she's like, what's happening? What's the description? Da-da-da. I'm like, ma'am, my Lyft driver did not pick me up and he drove up. So I guess the lady kind of got an attitude. So she was like, oh ma'am, this is not an emergency. This is this call, like, this line is for emergencies only. And to me, it was an emergency. Like, I'm looking at the phone like, what you mean it's not an emergency? This man trying to finesse me out the cash. Like, this is an emergency. And it's only $7. Like, I'm not really pressed for $7, but at the same time, it's my money. Like, it's my $7. You know what I could do with $7? So we're still watching the phone. We're still watching the GPS. He goes to the destination. And so I remember I'm still on the phone. I'm like, man, like, I don't know what to do. What do I do? Because technically it is a robbery. He's taking my money from me. Da, da, da. So she's like, well, I guess you could call Lyft and see what's that about. You know, Lyft's kind of irritated on the phone because I think she thinks I'm playing on her phone and wasting her time. But this was so serious. Like, me and Brie are both upset. So he gets to my destination. He stops and waits maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And then we see he's on his way back. And it's about an 8-minute drive. So me and Brie had time to conspire on this man. So the way my building is set up, it's like, this is the building, right? So this is the building. All of this is the parking lot. And this is like a street and a gas station across the street. He picked us up when he was supposed to pick us up where the parking lot was. So he has to come back because that's the trip. Like, he wasn't just making a drop off. He was making a drop off and a drop. He was making a pickup and a drop back off to where we were. So, you know, me and Brie are, you know, we're arguing with people on the phone. Like, we're tripping. We're like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Brie's like, oh no, baby, I'm already having a bad day. And this man want to come and try to play my friend. This man want to come and try to take my friend money. Like, so I'm great with accents, right? I know. Give me a thumbs up because my accents are always bomb. So I have mace on me, and I don't know what Brie had. Brie had herself. We're waiting for the man to come back because obviously he has to come back. So I'm like, what if we missed him because he could be on the other side of the building? He knows he saw us. So get down because you're doing too much. You're doing way too much. Obviously, if he ignored us and drove past us and finessed me on the parking lot side, why would he come back? I'll wait. Exactly. He wouldn't come back. He's going to go on the other side. So while Bree's going on, I'm like, Bree, no, walk this way. We're going to catch him on the other side, right? We're going to ambush this man, like, what's up? So we go to the other side, and we kind of, my building has stairs. So you go down the stairs. We're kind of waiting, and we see him coming up. So we go down the stairs, and we wait like we're waiting for the bus. So there's like maybe 3 or 4 cars in front of him, and the man pulls up. And immediately we start tripping. I go to one side of the door. And Bree goes in the middle of the street, and she's on the other side of the door. She's kind of like where the mirror is, like where his 2 side mirrors are. So she's kind of there. This happens real fast. I remember we ran up on his car, and Bree's beating on the door, and she's like, "You took my friend money. You took my friend money." And he's looking like her, like he gets scared. So he looks at me, and I'm like, are you not supposed to be my Lyft driver? Did you take my money like that? Da, da, da. No, I'm the calm one, and Bree's over there freaking out his door. And he's like, no, I'm not. So Bree starts yanking, like she gets ready to start yanking on the car door, and he gets a hold of the door and locks the door, right? So Bree starts beating on his window. She's like, you got my friend messed up. You gonna give her her money back. You gonna catch these hands. And I got my mace in my hand because at this point I'm prepared to spray. I'm like, no, you got me messed up. And if you do anything to my friend, you're gonna have her messed up too. Like we're both, first of all, we're both this big. Like this me and this Bree, because Bree taller than me. So this is us really over here acting a fool over $7. But at the time it wasn't about the $7. It's the fact that he tried to blatantly disrespect me and take my money like that. Like he was just gonna get away with that. He did get away with it. Next thing I know, like I said, Bree is kind of near the hood, in between this is the car and Bree's here. So The man skirts out and Bree literally has to jump back because this man is about to run her over. Like, if Bree had not have moved, this man would have ran her smooth over, and then there would have really been some issues, y'all. Like, we would have really been fighting. Like, everybody named Mama would have been outside, you know, fighting this man. He about to run my friend over. So Bree jumps back, like she literally stumbles back because this man is driving off. The man drives into traffic and drives away. We can't chase him because he's in the car and we're on foot. But best believe we tried. We started running. We started running down that street. We're tripping. Y'all, I kid you not. This man drove off so fast. Like, Bree was real quick with it because if Bree hadn't jumped back, Bree would have gotten hit. Like, Bree would have been knocked out. And then I wouldn't know what to do because I would have been by myself. So immediately we call Lyft. We're like, hi, you know, again, I said there's a robbery in progress. This man took my money. He acted like he picked up the trip and he didn't. He might as well have taken me because you went to my destination and came back. So you might as well have taken me, like, not picking me up, but just dumb like that. You were just being disrespectful at this point. So we call Lyft and they're just like, oh ma'am, we're so sorry. We'll make sure you're never paired with this driver again. Like, I hope this man isn't driving for y'all anymore. Like, are you serious? Like, these are the people you hire? Like, do y'all really do background screenings? Like, so on the phone, she's like, yeah, you will not be charged for this ride. You will not be charged. I'm like, all right, as long as I'm not getting charged, I don't care. I ain't really lose nothing but my time. So that's, you know, that's what happened. And once I did get charged, the money was never reimbursed to me. I never got the money back into my account, right? And to this day, I'm locked out of my Lyft account. I can't use Lyft anymore. We were so heated, like we were livid. Bree's a real friend, because she was upset. Because if it was me, I'd be like, dang girl, like what we gonna do? Bree was ready to fight this man. Like, Bree almost got ran over. Like, Bree, I rocked with you, girl. Because Bree was a rider, bro. Like, Bree was not playing. Like, we were not playing no games with this man. That's all for today's story time. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and like. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you guys. Go ahead and add me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. You already know what I'm about to say. Let's just be best friends, alright? Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day. I'll see you in my next video, guys.